My father knows your background and your previous job. I didn't want to tell you like this, not in a way that feels heavy the moment you hear it. But I can't hide it anymore. He knows everything, where you came from, what you did before we met, every detail that you thought didn't matter anymore. And the truth is, he's not accepting it the way I hoped he would. He doesn't see you the way I see you. To him, everything is measured in status, in history, in how someone fits into a life that was planned long before I had a say in it. And right now, he doesn't believe you belong in that plan. I know how that sounds. I know it feels unfair, like your past is being used against you in a way that doesn't define who you are anymore. And I agree with you. I don't see your past as something that lowers you. I see it as something that shaped you into the person I chose. But convincing him, it's not that simple. He doesn't change his mind easily. And when it comes to something as serious as marriage, he becomes even more firm. I wish I could tell you that one conversation would fix everything, that he'll suddenly understand and accept us. But I won't lie to you like that right now. He's against it completely. And I'm standing here between what I feel for you and what he expects from me, trying to find a way where I don't lose either. When he spoke to me about it, wasn't loud or angry. That's what made it harder. He was calm, controlled, certain in the way he spoke, like everything he was saying was already decided. He told me that marriage, especially for someone in my position, is not just about feelings. It's about alliances, reputation, the image that stands in front of the world. And in his eyes, your past doesn't fit into that image. He didn't insult you directly, but the meaning was clear in every word he chose. He sees risk where I see strength. He sees something to question where I see something to respect. And no matter how much I tried to explain, to tell him that you are more than your past, he didn't move. Not even a little. That's when I realized this isn't going to be easy. This isn't something I can solve with a few words or a single decision. It's deeper than that. It's built into the way he thinks, the way he was raised, the way he believes things should be. And now I'm the one standing against that belief, not loudly, not rebelliously, but firmly. Because walking away from you just to fit into his expectations is not something I can do. I won't pretend this doesn't complicate everything. It does. But it doesn't change how I feel about you. Not even slightly. I keep thinking about how to protect you from this, how to keep his judgment from reaching you in a way that hurts. Because I know you'll try to act strong like it doesn't affect you, like you don't care what anyone thinks. But I know it will stay somewhere in your mind, quietly, making you question things you shouldn't have to question. And that's the part I hate the most. You shouldn't have to prove your worth to anyone, especially not like this, not based on where you started or what you had to do to survive. If anything, that should make you stronger in his eyes, not weaker, but he doesn't see it that way. And I can't change that overnight. What I can do is stand beside you, not in front of you, not hiding you, but with you. I won't let his disapproval turn into distance between us. I won't let it make you feel like you're less in any way, because to me, you are not someone who needs approval to be valued. You already have that from me completely. The problem is, in this world, his approval carries weight. It affects decisions, timing, everything that comes next. And that's why this feels so complicated. Because it's not just about us anymore. It's about everything surrounding us too. He told me clearly that he doesn't see this ending in marriage. Those were his exact words. Not emotional, not aggressive, just firm, like a line drawn in a place he doesn't expect to be crossed. And I stood there, listening, knowing that for the first time, What I want and what he expects are completely different. I didn't argue with him in that moment, not because I agreed, but because I understood that pushing too hard right away would only make things worse. He's not someone who responds to pressure. He responds to time, to consistency, to seeing something with his own eyes again and again until he can't ignore it. That means this won't be quick. It won't be easy. And it won't be something we can fix in a single step. But it also doesn't mean it's over. I need you to understand that. Just because he said no now doesn't mean it will always be no. But it does mean we have to be careful, patient, and strong in ways we didn't expect. I'm not asking you to wait blindly or to accept everything without question. I'm asking you to trust that I'm not giving up, even if it looks like things are standing still. Because they're not. I'm thinking, planning, trying to find a way through this without breaking everything in the process. I don't know exactly how this will end, and I won't pretend I do. There are too many things involved. His expectations, my position, the way the world looks at choices like this. But what I do know is this: I'm not walking away from you just because it's difficult. I'm not choosing the easier path just because it's expected of me. You are not a mistake I need to correct or a phase I need to move on from. You are someone I chose, fully aware of who you are and where you come from. And that choice doesn't disappear just because it's being challenged. Yes, this situation is real. Yes, his refusal is something we can't ignore. But it's not the final word, not for me. I will find a way to make him see what I see, even if it takes time, even if it takes more than I'm prepared for right now. And if that path becomes too hard, too complicated, then I'll still choose you, even if it means standing alone in that decision. I'm not promising you a perfect ending or an easy journey. I'm promising you that I won't let this end without a fight, not against him, but for us. And even after everything he said, after the way he made it sound like this decision is already made, I walked away with one thing clear in my mind: I'm not done. I won't let his opinion be the only voice that decides our future. I know it hurts you, even if you don't say it, even if you try to act like it doesn't matter. But it matters to me because I never wanted you to feel like you had to stand in front of someone and be judged for a life you lived before me. You are not your past, and I refuse to let anyone reduce you to it, not even him. This won't be easy, and I won't lie and say I have a perfect plan right now. But I'm still here, still choosing you, still willing to face everything that comes with this. And if this turns into a long fight, a slow process, something that tests both of us in ways we didn't expect, then we face it together. Because walking away from you would be the only real loss in all of this, and that's the one thing I'm not willing to accept. But listen to me, this isn't where our story stops. Even if it feels like everything is being pushed against us right now, I can see the doubt creeping into your mind, the way you're starting to question whether this is worth it, whether I'll be able to stand against something this strong. And I understand that fear. I really do. But you need to know this: I'm not as easily moved as he thinks.